One of these days I'm gonna sort it out. I'm gonna get on a mountain, scream real loud, tell my friends I'm not ashamed of my unsure decisions. I'm feeling pretty beat up, but I'm on a mission. I lost my mind when I was 4. He held me from the back and he wouldn't let go. And I ran for my life, ran all my life. When I saw the light, it brought me back to life. And now I don't let nobody kill my flow. The shame I held on to, I just let it go. And I follow the light, let it eat me whole. Even tonight when I'm on the floor, I'll just hold on, hold on, hold on to what I got. Hold on, hold on, hold on. When I feel lost, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Musical Chairs with your awesome host, Rajesh Ravi, and your co-host, Rachel Francis.
Thank you so much. So, Rachel is a singer-songwriter from Bombay who has been in hibernation for the past 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, did you realize
No,
it's been
like
that
20.
long? Yeah, but only hibernation within the city. The thing is, she does perform quite a bit with this organization called LiveJam.
Yeah.
So basically, she goes to schools and like does stuff to the children. That sounds wrong.
Wow. You should be spokesperson for all NGOs working with kids.
Seriously. They will come to your schools and do stuff to your kids. It will be a pleasurable experience.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, but no, seriously, tell them what you do.
Yeah, so, LiveJam is like one of these organizations that I work with a couple of weeks in a year, not like the whole year. But what they do basically is go into schools, okay, take a couple of musicians, okay, and have them play their music, and then have them share a life story, their life story, okay, of how they survived high school and, you know, all the junk that happens when you're a human being. That probably, like, if I was 12, I would appreciate like a 29-year-old telling me. Yeah, so they do that, and then they talk about different stuff like, you know, sexual abuse, depression, drug addiction, whatever, porn addiction, like all these different things that kids don't really know, you know, have no language for. So you just kind of talk to them about it. And so, yeah, it's I go and basically play at these different schools. I've been doing that for a while, and it's awesome. It's awesome. It's an amazing organization.
That is awesome.
I know I say this a lot, Rajesh, but I mean it every time I say it. Yeah, they're cool. Check them out.
LiveJam. That's the name of the organization. Yeah. And I think she recently played in Goa for a crowd of 2,000 people.
Well, not 2,000, like 2,000 spread over 3 days.
Still, okay, whatever, like 650 people a day. That's still like...
That's a lot of people.
Still pretty insane, yeah.
Because like last time I played before that was at an open mic. And then...
Oh yeah, she played at an open mic like what, 2 years before that. And then straight cut to 2 years later, she's playing for like 2,000 people.
No, but then I played for kids before that was bigger than an open mic. But yeah, it's still very daunting. It's crazy.
Yeah, so I attended a house gig, which I already told Rachel about, but for you guys, I won't do. It's organized by this company called LVNG.
Right.
They're an event management company started by 2 singer-songwriters called Arjit Sahai and Andrew Sabu.
Yes.
You can check them out. The links all in the description, including that of LVNG. They organize house concerts and stuff. They've just about started.
Nice.
And 2 weeks ago, I watched one of my favorite singer-songwriters from Bombay, Abhineet, who Rachel and I are big fans of.
You just told my favorite. He's my favorite singer-songwriter. I always say that. And when did he become your favorite singer-songwriter?
He's one of my favorites now. Always.
One of your favorites.
Why would I go and watch him?
Yeah, he's awesome.
So I saw him. It was a pretty cool gig. And later on, I met some friends. We were eating at... actually, no, I don't want to do free publicity for a restaurant. They better pay me for this. I'm not going to mention...
Was it a good restaurant?
I love the food there.
Then you should. Why not?
Okay,
don't.
Fine.
Whatever. I'm just saying, I mean...
No, it's not like they need money. I mean, they're pretty expensive joint.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just say a restaurant like
I
that
don't
needs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to give Fatty Bao free publicity.
Oh my gosh! Listen, now that we're talking about Fatty Bao,
what did I do there unintentionally?
Everybody try out the Japanese cheesecake.
Tried everything there actually.
Japanese cheesecake though is like the best thing at Fatty Bar for me.
Zen Forest. It has like 6 things in it. This is suddenly turning into a food podcast.
Because do you realize 80% of the time we're hanging out, we're just eating good food.
Yeah.
Or talking about good food.
And constantly interrupting and distracting each other from each other's conversations. So let's get back on track. Let's steer it back.
You're such a great host.
Just steer it back on track. Yeah, I know, right? And I'm so polite to my guests. But anyway, so we watched Abhineet, and yeah, a couple of friends of mine I met like after this thing, and they were asking how did the gig go and all, and I was like, pretty good turnout, man. I was like 30 people, and they started laughing. I was like, no, don't laugh. Like for a house gig,
not sarcastic.
For a house gig, 30 is a good turnout.
Because the homes are really small in
Yeah,
Bombay.
exactly. First of all, to find a house in Bombay
I know.
where you can hold a gig, where the host is
Yeah.
willing to, I mean, there's so much. So the fact that even Arjit and Andrew got this place and they're actually putting the effort is like kudos to them.
That's cool. If I had to have a house concert in my house, I would have to literally take off all of my furniture. I could have 30 people if like my sofa's gone.
Oh yeah, you'd have
And
to.
like
Yeah.
my
If I had
cable's
to have a
gone.
house concert in my house,
Yeah.
no.
You could.
I couldn't. It's too small. It's
You
too
could.
small. Again, getting back.
Getting back.
So these people, yeah, they started laughing like 30 people. And I said, no, 30 for like a house gig is a pretty good number in Bombay. And then when you hear a figure like 2,000, I mean, Rachel played for 2,000
Yeah.
people. That's
crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, I learned a lot.
Yeah, so Rachel writes really, really amazing songs.
Thanks,
Yeah.
dude.
So, okay, here's the story as to behind how I met Rachel. So,
Continue.
this
Okay.
was my second ever open mic. It was at this place called The Hive that used to hold open mics. That place doesn't exist anymore, but when it did, it was a really awesome place.
It was amazing.
And that's when, and here's the thing, whenever I've been to open mics or gigs, and especially singer-songwriter stuff, everyone's songs are really serious and like, trying to be really deep and stuff. And, some of them are great, like Abhineet. I mean,
Yeah.
his stuff is serious and deep, but it genuinely is that. But with most singer-songwriters, I would just tend to get bored. I was like, what the hell is this? And that day at the Hive, the quality of musicians was actually nice, but it was still serious, and there were like 3 or 4 musicians in between, and I was like, oh God, like, please, thank God this is an open mic where I don't have to hear more than 2 songs of this person, and then this girl comes, and she starts joking around and stuff. I was like, humor? What is going on here? And she started interacting with the audience and all, so I'm like, wait, some people actually do this? And then she sang a song of hers which just like blew my mind. It was called In My Bed.
Man, that's really sweet of you to say that. Yeah, I think I talk a lot of smack. Like,
Yeah, no,
I
but
think
it's
that's
really
why
fun.
I do it.
She's really entertaining, and when I heard that song, I was like, it's a fun song.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's about a really dark subject, but it's a fun song.
Thanks.
it's a fun song, And it was just the way she was singing it, the way she was like, kind of interacting with the audience in between during the song, and everything, just the way. I just really liked that song. I was like, shit, I didn't know people make happy. I didn't know people in Bombay are happy singer-songwriters.
Thanks, man.
I didn't know.
I felt this, like, so when I was there, that was the first time we met, and I saw you play. So Manal is another amazing singer-songwriter, okay,
Yes.
who's also doing comedy now.
He's a stand-up comedian.
He's a stand-up
Yeah.
comedian. And he's like, has no fear of failure, okay?
Oh yeah.
Like, he just do whatever the hell he wants on stage. He'll bomb.
Yeah.
He'll come down and be like, I gotta laugh. I'm good. You know what I mean? Like,
I
that
wish I
level
could
of...
be as brave as
Dude,
that guy.
I know. I need to hang out with him. But yeah, so he and I were... You were playing and both of us are looking at each other like, oh my God, this guy is good. And yeah, so I just felt like
Thank
when
you
I
so
heard your
much.
song... I heard your songs and I'm like... I was kind of pissed because I was like, shit, there's another dude who writes like these really silly, fun songs. Like, I was like, that. I thought that was my thing. But yeah, it was cool.
And that is the story of how I met Rachel. And now
It's a
Rachel
cool
will
story.
play In My Bed for us. But before you do, tell us a little about what the song is about.
It's about like how you sometimes don't want to get out of bed, and you're just stuck in your bed for that 1 minute or 5 hours, and then and like, yeah, so that's what it's about.
Yeah, so this is one of my favorites. So I love pop rock in general, and this is one of my favorite like pop rock songs. This is just a good, great, fun pop song.
Thank you for building it up. But yeah.
Check it
thanks.
out.
I'm in my bed, I'm in my head, and I know that the best is yet to come. I know there's a lot yet to be done. In my bed, I'm in my head, and God told me my future's burning bright. If I let go, I'll see it through His eyes. But I'm in my bed, I'm in my head, I'm in my bed right now. In my bed, I'm in my head. I've lived my perfect life inside my head. And it's been great, but now it's time to shed all these fears that pull me under them. I'll make mistakes and laugh at them instead, ha. 'Cause I'm in my bed, I'm in my head, I'm in my bed right now. I'm in my bed, I'm in my head, and everyone is calling out to me, telling me that I have been set free from all the pain that's clogging up my veins. And I won't let it get the best of me. You're in your bed, you're in your head. You're not the only one who's not okay. You're not the only one who's feeling this. You're not the only one who's on their way. Just because you're in your bed, you're in your head, you're in your bed right now. And I'm in my bed, I'm in my head, I'm in my bed. Watch out. And there's nothing you can do to pull me out. There's nothing you can do to pull me out of it. Nothing you can do to pull me out. There's nothing you can do to pull me out of it.
And that was In My Bed by Rachel. Lovely song.
Thank you.
If I didn't
Thanks,
already
dude.
mention that enough before,
Thanks for helping me.
I'm just going all Tridev on my listeners.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know, Tridev is a Bollywood film from the year 1989. And that film is the epitome of spoon feeding the audience. You should just check out like the first 10-15 minutes of the movie.
Segue.
Yes. Finally get to segue into this. So the thing I wanted to ask you is, like, if like a singer-songwriter happens to be listening to this podcast, if they do,
Hi. You should hang out. I don't have too many singer-songwriter friends.
yeah.
So,
regardless of which part of the
message
world
me.
you're from, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't.
She will come all the way to like Nigeria to hang out with you.
I'll FaceTime.
But yeah, so if there are any singer-songwriters listening, and you know, like, say for someone who's, because you've been writing for quite a while, and you know, you've played for people, and she has an EP in the making.
I do.
She has an EP in the making, so that will be out. And when that's out, she will come here again. So this is kind of like part one of
Yeah.
Rachel
I hope it
Francis
happens before I die.
interview.
That would be great.
Anyways,
Yeah.
she has an EP in the making.
Yes, I do.
And so she's clearly someone who's like experienced with songwriting, and like, yeah, you are.
Little bit.
So for someone who's just starting off like songwriting, and who are, you know, 5 singer-songwriters that you would urge them to listen to?
Right. So I think for me, I'll just say for me, because like for me, I didn't feel I could write a song, because you don't think that you can. Like when you first stand out, you're like, okay, it's just these people that are gifted with these amazing talents of songwriting. And that's kind of true. But at the same time, I felt like this one singer-songwriter called Kimya Dawson. I've told you about her.
Several times.
She's an amazing singer-songwriter. And if anyone doesn't remember, there was this movie out called Juno. Where like a lot of the, you know, the entire soundtrack actually was by, you know, that kind of music and her. So a lot of the ways in which she started writing her songs was basically she got out of rehab after like some crazy addiction that lasted for a long time, and so she started writing, and she would write these like really fun random songs. Okay, really fun songs, and also kind of profound in the sense that it was not just about what she was talking about, you know what I mean? Like it was about like different things like self-harm and depression and all these like heavy things, but she just kind of sang about it in such like a childlike way that kind of really meant something to me back when I heard it when I was 18. And I was like, man, maybe I can write a song. If this is a song, then maybe I can write one, you know? So I think she gave me permission to like write a song. And that is honestly how I started writing any song. Like the first song I wrote was like this song called Rat Race, and from there, like In My Bed and all these different songs. So Kimya Dawson for sure. Okay. And I know I spoke a lot, so I won't take like 4 other names, but Kimya Dawson, if you're just starting out, and maybe you'll like it. Maybe you'll like it. And
you said you don't want to take 4 other names.
No, I'll take like maybe 1 or 2 names more.
Okay.
So another songwriter that man, if you're starting out, I would say like think about music you really like. You know, songs you really like.
Okay.
You know, like think of like this song. So like for me growing up, I remember I would listen to, you know, Lucky Ali's that Ux album, right? I had that album. I still have it, that CD. And I would just play it and like just listen to it all day. You know, not even thinking that, oh, this is great songwriting, brilliant, you know, use of instruments. Yeah, I just enjoyed it. And then later I was like, wow, this guy's a really great songwriter.
Yeah.
I think he's great. I think Lucky Ali's great. But then I'm a 90s kid. I don't know, kids listen to like different stuff. So I just say like, depends on what you're listening to. But can I say people from the local scene that I like?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I like Ankur Tiwari. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
He's good. I like that his songs are really simple. And I feel like everything around, like just the song is, everything solves the song, you know? So a lot of his songs, like, I really love. I like Sajid Akbar.
Oh, yeah.
He made one album.
Yeah,
and then disappeared, right? But
Seems
that one
to be a trend of artists and either hibernating or disappearing.
I don't know, but he made this. So he's from Delhi.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to everybody in Delhi. Please find him. He's from Delhi and he made this album like about I think 7, maybe 8 years ago. Okay, when there's no like actual singer-songwriter scene. I don't know anybody who made. Do you know anyone who made an album back then? Nope. Right. So he makes this album. It's like his songs. It's released by some label in Singapore or something. And every time I listen to it, it's another album that's really helped me. So
okay.
Yeah. So these are like few artists, but at the end of the day, like, you know, just sit down and just sit with the instrument, and at least for me, like, just express what you're feeling. It's so elementary, dude. But that is it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you just can't get yourself to do that because it's hard. And it's also, why would you want to sit with what you're feeling?
Yeah. And now there's another song of Rachel's that I want to talk about, which she is going to be playing.
Yeah.
It's called Pain is a Boat.
Pain is a Boat.
Yeah. So what is the song about? So I know what it's about, kind of, but...
Why don't you say it?
I want to hear your perspective on it. No, I'm to start thinking of the lyrics. Like, what are the lyrics and like...
I feel weird talking about it. What it's about, man. No one's asked me
when
this,
did you
by
write
the way.
This? Like, what were you going through when you wrote it?
Okay, can I be super honest?
Please.
This was in Goa.
Okay.
Okay, I was on vacation and I was having a crap day. It's kind of
Oh,
like
damn.
that thing where you're like, you're on vacation and it's going to be the best, and like all these feelings, that's like normal. That's what a vacation is basically, right? So I was like, oh, I'm having a crap day, and so I wrote this song. I was sitting with a mandolin.
Oh, you got to know mandolin.
I did, but it's not like I can play the mandolin. I was just treating it like a ukulele, just pissing off a lot of my friends. Like, that's not how you do it. Like, yeah, but yeah, so I was playing it, and I think, so to be honest, it's kind of like, it's about when you like want to give up, and like just in general, you're like, I want to give up, and I feel like it's okay to feel that way, like process the pain to kind of get to the other side. Yeah, so
now Rachel will play for us Pain is a Boat.
Some days the pain's so bad you can't even sing about it. Some days the pain's so bad you can't even talk about it. You get on your knees, you try to pray about it. You can't even think about it. I heard you say the other day, didn't you say the other day, you said take this cup away from me, please, would you take this cup away from me, please, would you take my life away from me, please, would you take it all away? And I'll take my pain, pretend I wrote it on a piece of paper, and I'll make a paper boat, and I'll sail it to you across the river. And I'll take my pain, pretend I wrote it on this piece of paper, and I'll make a paper boat, and I'll sail it to you across the river. So if pain is a boat, I'm going home tonight. If pain is a boat, I'm going home tonight. If pain is a boat, would you take me home tonight? And if pain is a boat, I'm going home If pain is a boat, I'm going home tonight. And if pain is a boat, I'm going home tonight. If pain is a boat, I'm going home tonight. So if pain is a boat, would you take me home?
Is there any other song you want to play? Like maybe like a snippet of a cover song or something?
I don't want to play, but I do want to say that a lot of my music that I'm making right now, just like where I don't really know where it's going, but a lot of the music that I'm making, what informs it is a lot of these kids that I've met in these schools that have shared like their stories with me, and they, like, I was literally talking to them yesterday on Insta. They're just really kind and supportive, even when it comes to my music and just in general. So a lot of the songs that I'm writing now have somehow, like, in my subconscious, them in mind. You know what I mean? And I don't mean like what they'll think of it, more like they're just a part of like my life or something.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how it sounds weird,
Uh-huh.
I guess, but it's just
No, I
that
get
they
it.
inform a huge part of my music. Yeah, so I'm really grateful for that and for them. So this was fun, dude.
Yes. Now for the conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to tell those that are listening to you? I mean, you gave a very nice, heartfelt message to the kids. What about the adults that are listening
Yeah,
to
well,
you?
for everybody who's still listening, thank you. For everybody who's like, I mean, who's been rooting for my music for years and, still rooting for it, thank you. And I really appreciate it. And I am pretty positive that music's coming this year. And thanks to a lot of awesome friends, so many friends over the years, especially Rajesh and Mukesh. So, thanks for listening. See you in real life. And there's nothing you can do to pull me out. There's nothing you can do to pull me out of it. Nothing you can do to pull me out. There's nothing you can do to pull me out of it.